I got bored yesterday on my Sunday. I had really nothing to do, so I got inspired and I cleaned my desk. This is my computer desk, and I just wanted to show you around the little things that I've made, what I've done, how I've done it, and all that. So I'll show you all my little bits and pieces. Okay, just here I have those little square boxes. Those I made out of 4mm MDF. They're 12 centimeters by 12 centimeters square, and the back is, I think, half a centimeter or about 4 mils longer, so it's just a little bit squarer so that they sit better in the square. I do suggest, if you want to do something like that, to paint the squares first before you glue it together. It just saves so much hassle. What I've done with this blue shelf here, I made that out of the same MDF as I did with those squares. I made that just a little bit bigger. It took me a little while, and so I could fit it to here and just have enough room up there so I can put little things just above the top. So I've got my external hard drive, I've got my contact lens cases there. This red box here, and as well as the black box there, those are made out of paddle pop sticks, and then same with the purple one there. I just varnished them so they could be looking a little bit nicer, and so I didn't get any marks on them. Inside this one I've got just my markers, my permanent markers, my whiteboard markers, all those sort of things. And this one I've got all my computer cords. I've got a couple that are lying around. Those are just the ones that I use more often. In that purple one are just random things in there. What I've got over here, this is my, let's move that out of the way. This is my paddle pop stick castle. I made that out of paddle pop sticks. It's got little compartments in there for my pens and pencils and all that. And yeah, across the top I've got a lot of stick-on hooks that you can buy stick-on hooks from Big W, Kmart, anywhere really that you'd find it in the hardware section. And what I've got along there is my lights going along there, and these chains coming down here. I've got them coming down the other side as well. Those are buttons. They're a little bit tricky. They take a while to do. I've actually made one that goes about floor to ceiling, quite big. Takes a long time to do that. I've got they're tied together with wool. So I've got my little books down here. Some of them are just like drawing books, other are just little exercise books. That big one there, that's I used to put all my information, write them in a planner diary, but I'm like, I just got sick of getting a new one every year, so all of my information is written in that book. So anything I need to look back at, I just do that. With these squares, I put a bit of blue tack behind them and at the sides, so that when I pull those books out, the boxes aren't going to come out with them. So I had a little bit of a storage problem on the shelf. I wanted to put more stuff on the shelf, but I had no room, so I just decided I'd put these here, and I put a couple of books over the other side just to make a little bit more room. Just here, that frame there, that's a canvas. I painted it, varnished it, and then I put hooks on there. The hooks that are going along the top, those are the hooks that you would bang onto the wall to hang like photos and all that off the wall. Behind, just at the back in the middle, there's just a triangle hook just to put it on the wall, and it's stuck on there with a stick-on hook. And if you make one of these, which it's quite easy to make, you'd have to put a bit of blue tack behind it so that it doesn't just constantly keep wobbling side to side, because when you put weight on one side, it sort of wants to lean to one side. So yeah, you'd want to put something there. These ones down the bottom, those hooks, they're just little screw-on hooks. I don't know what they're called. I just call them little L hooks. Yeah. And on here, this shelf came like this. It came with this little shelf on top of it. So I thought, yeah, that was really good, and so I can put all my other things at the top. They're not really anything, they're just decorations up the top. My big canvas that I had to buy, I thought it was absolutely beautiful, so I bought it. Over here we've got my stripy shelf. I love, love, love my stripy shelf. Just along the side there, I used masking tape for those. It took me quite a while because it goes all the way around, front to back, side to side, up. It's the same all the way around. If you tip it up the upside down, it looks exactly the same. If you want to make a shelf like this, what I would suggest would be to do a white undercoat first, then you stick the masking tape on, and when you have the masking tape where you want it to, then do another white coat over the top of that, and then when all that's dry, you need to, if you're using proper paint, like you'd use wall paint, the paint that you would use to paint the walls, you'd use that, and you have to wait, I think it's about 48 hours, so don't flip it upside down until after that, those 48 hours, because when I put the varnish on this shelf, I flipped it around too soon and I ended up sort of rubbing it, sort of staining it on the other side. So the bottom part of there is a little bit stained on carpet, because my old place where I made, a few years ago when I made this, the old place had carpet, so it ended up with a bit of a carpet stain at the bottom because I flipped it over too soon. So that is very fun to do, but it took me quite a while, like a month and a bit. So if you've got a lot of free time, yes, it's very fun. I have some MDF wood that I will show you how to make things like this. A smaller version of this, not quite as big, more along the lines of not so much that small blue shelf, a little bit smaller than that with thinner MDF wood, but I'll show you how I've made stuff like that. And the paddle pop stick castle, very, very, very time consuming, so if you've got a lot of free time, I might show you how to do that one day. So I hope you've enjoyed me showing you around my little desk. I'm not going to go any further over to my other desk, my craft desk, which is absolutely feral at the moment. I got inspired to clean this desk on the weekend, but my other shelf is so messy. I need to clean it desperately, but as you can see along that shelf there, there's not quite enough room to put everything that's on my other desk into there. So I just need to do a little bit more rearranging, and when that's done, I'll show you my other desk, because I do need that desk to do some stuff that I want to show you, and show you around how I do other things, which most of my stuff is very time consuming, but probably because I have a lot of free time on my hands, and I am a very, very major perfectionist. Everybody calls me pedantic, but when I want to do something, I want to do it right. I want it to be perfect. So, other people doing it, they could do a perfect job, but I sort of have to do it my way. I have to do it my little pedantic, perfect. Hello, cat. My cat just joined. So, oh, yep, he has to be in the video there somewhere. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and be prepared. I will be doing more videos like this and showing you how to make things like these if you're interested in my little desk. So see you next time. Ciao.